Continental Tire Coach's Corner, and he's Herm Edwards, Arizona State head coach. Herm joining us on the program. How are you, Herm?
I am recruiting my tail off.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Houston. I made a house visit last night, and great family. I'm enjoying it. I really am. I'm having a lot of fun.
How strange is this that if I would have said last year you're going to be coaching and you're going to be coaching in college, what would you have said to me?
There's a possibility, and I've had possibilities before. There's been opportunities, but it was never the right fit for me. This one kind of got my energy going, and it goes back, Dan, to I've coached that Under Armour All-American game for the last 8 years. Steve Mariucci coaches one side of it, and I coach the other side of it. And you have that week with all these 5A players that before they commit to colleges. Obviously, our first class was my first class was Jameis and Amari Cooper and those guys, and that got me excited. And toward the end of the week, every year, players would say, "Coach, you ought to go back to coaching." And I said, "Well, right opportunity comes about, maybe we'll see." And this one kind of took place, and I'm on the road. I'm making home visits.
Couldn't you have bought a sports car for this midlife crisis instead of taking a coaching job, or do you already have the sports car?
No, Tony, you're with Tony on Sunday, and he was excited for me. He's laughing. He said, "Herm," I said, "Tony," I said, this is my passion, man. You never stop coaching, even on television. You're always coaching, analyzing things, and I want to be back on the grass. I do, and I just love the ability to coach these young men and maybe make a difference in their life and try to win a bunch of football games. By the way, that's important as well. So I'm ready, man. I'm excited. I really, really am.
Well, let me talk to you about the NFL yesterday. I know you're still watching that.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the Eagles without Carson Wentz, if we were going to rank the top teams in the NFC right now, if we know that Wentz is not going to play the rest of the season, how big a drop do the Eagles take, in your opinion?
They take a look. They become Dan. They become Minnesota. Strong defense,
okay.
Run the football. They become a Minnesota team. They're right there with Minnesota. I thought they were a little bit above Minnesota because the quarterback, obviously, Wentz is probably a better player than Keenan. So that's where they had the edge defensively. Minnesota is one of the better defenses in football, and that they ran up against a Carolina team that obviously is tough to beat. But I would put them level with them now when you lose the quarterback, because you're playing with the backup guy. You're different. I mean, you're not going to throw. This kid is almost 30 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about being the MVP. I mean, now, he's trying to beat out Captain America up there in New England, but he was the front runner going into this week.
Is it a two-team race in the AFC with the Steelers and Patriots?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Pittsburgh is a team that, going to their training camp, this year, they were building their defense to match up with Pittsburgh. With New England. Now the problem is, we saw yesterday, that Shazier guy is he's a guy that really he can erase a lot of mistakes because of his speed and his instincts. When he's not in there, they're different now. They're different. He's a difference maker. He's a game changer. He's the problem solver for you on defense. And that's a little bit of a problem right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, though, I know that the Steelers, they're kind of unpredictable. They're unpredictably good, great. I sort of know what I get with the Patriots. I'm not quite sure. It feels like the ceiling can be a little higher with the Steelers, but that cellar can be a little bit lower with the Steelers.
You make a great point, Dan, and I think it's they're a team that, and this is where Ben kind of got a little sideways when he was saying, well, the locker room has changed. Different mindset for players. And he struggles with that a little bit, in the fact that they are up and down. They're an emotional team. They're a little bit immature, but here's what they got. They got two of the best players in football.
Yeah.
The runner and the wide receiver. And at any moment, they win the game for you, Coach. They just win it. They like, hey, they can win the game. It ain't too big. So even when they play these games where they don't look real good, like they're struggling, when you got two elite players, I'm talking about two of the best players in football, the runner and the wide receiver, you're going to find a way to win the game if you're in the fourth quarter.
And they did that last night. We're talking to Herm Edwards, Arizona State's new head football coach, joining us, Continental Tire Coach's Corner. You got to save your voice because when you're working in TV, you could ramp up, Herm. But now you're giving these pitches, sales pitches in living rooms around the country. You got to pace yourself with the voice.
Oh, I know.
I can hear it.
Funny.
Herm, I can hear it.
It's funny. Oh, look, I've been on the phone, so you'll get this. You'll get this story because you worked there. So I was in Bristol all week because I committed to work that week out for them. Mm-hmm. So at night when I got off television, I'm on the phone for like 2 hours, and I'm calling recruits. I've been talking ever since.
And if mom offers you food, you got to eat it too. So you might pile on 25 pounds here.
This is why I'm nervous. One kid told me, making a house visit, he said, Coach, what do you like? I said, whatever your mom puts on it in front of me, I'm eating. I had a good meal last night, boy. It was pretty good. It was really good. I got up this morning, worked out there at 4:30, so I'm okay.
Well, good luck. Keep the energy. Keep the enthusiasm. And I'm glad you're having fun.
I am, sir. Nice visiting with you. I'll be talking with you down the road, partner.
Thank you. That's Herm Edwards, the head ball coach, Arizona State. Sun Devils there. That's Continental Tire Coach's Corner with Herm Edwards. If you would have said, who's more likely to be coaching next year? If I said John Gruden or Herm Edwards, I would have said John Gruden. Not to say that John Gruden won't be, but Herm, that was a surprise. I thought if he took a job, it might be as an assistant maybe in the NFL. But you're trying to win press conferences. You're trying to get publicity. You could have brought in somebody who was more qualified to be a head coach. But Herm is bringing in a different type of element there. Arizona State doesn't have an image, and Herm is coming in there with something. He's got experience. He's been watching. He's coached in the NFL, played in the NFL, and they'll lead the league in enthusiasm. That's for sure. Continental Tire, from sun to rain to snow and everything in between. Continental Tire has engineered a tire for what you do. Extraordinary performance and reliability, putting confidence into driving. For more information, location of a dealer near you, visit ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, for what you do.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.